I'm downwind.
You're downwind? Where are you going?
I'll have to get on the other side
Of what?
of the big chute that you just did.
Oh, you can't even fart out here, folks. Hello everyone, Monique and I are back and wanted to share our tips for having a great visit to Joshua Tree National Park. Our first tip for you is if you are traveling from LA, make sure you're well fed, hydrated, and rested before leaving the city because the 120-mile ride to Joshua Tree is pretty brutal as far as traffic goes. We arrived in the city of Joshua Tree where we rented an Airbnb out in the desert. Our beautiful apartment was about 2 miles from downtown Joshua Tree. You'll find the Joshua Tree Visitor Center just off the main drag, and to get to the park, you'll drive through a beautiful rural residential area for a few miles before arriving at the park's west entrance. There are several entrances to the park with visitor centers. The north entrance has the Oasis Visitor Center, and the southern entrance has the Cottonwood Spring entrance. But staying in or near Joshua Tree and using the Joshua Tree entrance worked for us. Joshua Tree has an interesting vibe. Although food options are not super abundant, we did just fine eating breakfast on the patio of Country Kitchen and ordering takeout from Sam's Indian Food and Pizza. I'm sure you can load up on any camping food and supplies you need in town as well if you plan to spend days not leaving the park. Okay, simply driving through this park is a joy in itself. I know I say this after every motorcycle destination I go to, but the roads and landscapes of this park make for an absolutely stunning ride. Even if you are in a car just driving through the park from one entrance to the other, stopping along the way to get out and soak up where you are is a sure way to enjoy this place. You could spend a half day just driving the paved roads and getting the lay of this beautiful land. The next thing on your list, if you've never been here, is a hike. We did 2 hikes on our trip. Although there are many options, we chose to start with an hour hike. We parked at Jumbo Rocks, walked on the well-maintained path down to Skull Rock and then back. This route is close to the road and not difficult at all. Make sure you stay on the path though. You can easily get lost if you venture even a short distance from it. The other hike we did was a little longer. We drove down the unpaved Desert Queen Mine Road and walked 2 miles on the Pine City Trail. This trail is a fantastic walk. You could spend a whole day hanging out on the rock formations or even use this trail as a place to step off into some overnight backcountry adventuring. After 2 miles, the trail becomes unpaved. If you're up for it, walk a few more 100 yards and be rewarded with stunning views of the valleys around you. There are many hiking and bouldering options in this park and several campgrounds for tents and RVs. We didn't do any advanced planning, and picking up a map at the visitor center served us just fine. But if you're going to camp or do backcountry hiking, use the link below and plan your trip a bit through the official Joshua Tree National Park website. Okay, don't forget sunscreen, sunglasses, layering clothing, and water. This high desert wonderland can be very hot and very cold. I froze my balls off a few nights on the bike after the sunset. Speaking of sunsets, this is a must. Pull off the road and watch it. If you have time, wait for the stars to come out. If you live in the city, be prepared for a spiritual experience.
Monique, I know people can't see us, but what just happened?
Well, we were waiting for it to be dark enough to see the stars, and we decided to get out of the car at 6. So right as we got out to start looking, a guy was going too fast and got pulled over. So now there's cop lights. And
right next to us.
you can see the stars, but it's not as good, so we're waiting for them to finish their business.
We had adjusted our eyes and everything, and then the friggin' cop car pulls the guy over right next to us. Thank you, sir.
After about 3 days enjoying this park, Monique and I headed out the Cottonwood Southern exit and took the 10 to Palm Springs. We rented a beautiful hotel room and enjoyed walking, biking, and chilling in Palm Springs for a few days. But before leaving the Joshua Tree area, we enjoyed a natural spring soak in Desert Hot Spring and a fantastic barbecue meal at Pappy and Harriet's in Pioneer Town. We'll leave links below for Pappy and Harriet's in Pioneer Town. Definitely worth a little road trip, especially when indoor seating comes back after the pandemic passes, as we've heard Pappy and Harriet's is one of the premier spots in the country to watch live music. Alright everyone, that's about it. We hope you enjoyed this video and got something of value to inspire or plan your trip to Joshua Tree. If so, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to visit all the national parks in the US by motorcycle, so stay posted for more videos. Okay, thanks for watching and take care.